Hey, how's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel with some more Arsenal transfer news, transfer updates, opinions, discussions, and all that good stuff. Hope everyone's doing great. Hope everyone's had amazing start of the week. And today on the cards, we have some Osimhen news, some Xavi Simons talk, and some other interesting stuff. Despite the fact that we haven't been linked with a striker properly, we are still linked with strikers. And at the same time, as reports are coming out, again, rumors obviously, that Arsenal are not aiming per se to go for a number 9, but might explore their options towards the winger department. We are still linked with quite a bit of strikers. So all that today. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and let's get into it. And we're kicking things off with something different today. Didi Hamann, no idea who that is, but claims Arsenal need to replace Kai Havertz to finally win the Premier League. And basically, you don't need to read this article to understand that the talk is about Kai Havertz, that he's not a proper number 9, he's not gonna score you 20 plus goals per season, and he's not gonna be the guy to take you over the line. And to be honest, I agree with that 100%. I think every single Arsenal fan pretty much agrees with that. Because as much as Arteta likes to say that we spread the goals around, like left wing, right wing, number 6, number 8, wherever we can we score from. The biggest issue for Arsenal has been that we don't score enough from number 9 spot. And just imagine for one split second that, for example, we spread these goals around all over the place. For example, Saka scores, let's say, 16, 17 goals. Trossard, Martinelli, they score, let's just say, 10 each. Odegaard scores 10 and all that stuff. Kai Havertz adds, let's just say, 7, not 7, let's just say 10. And we have a striker at the same time who bags 19 to 25 goals per season. That would have been the sole difference from us winning the league 2 times in a row. Obviously, Jesus has said himself he's not main thing about him is not scoring goals. So that already tells you that. Eddie Nketiah is just Eddie Murphy on ice skates. Let's make this clear. He needs to get out of the club as soon as possible. And of course, Arsenal need a number 9. Because Arsenal obviously over the years have been notoriously well known for having amazing strikers. You just think about it. Kevin Campbell, rest in peace, tragic loss. Ian Wright, Nicolas Anelka, Thierry Henry, technically Dennis Bergkamp, Robin van Persie. We have Adebayor, we have had insane amount of incredible strikers. Even Giroud you can classify as that. He was a late bloomer. He bloomed properly after he left Arsenal, basically. Maybe if he stayed at Arsenal for longer, maybe we could have done something here, but maybe not. But since then, Aubameyang as well, of course. But we still haven't replaced Aubameyang. Aubameyang won Golden Boot together with Mane and Salah. And under Emery and everything. He scored 20 plus goals in the season. And we still haven't replaced those goals, and that it's definitely one of the biggest reasons why we haven't won the league. Because I genuinely believe if we had a proper number 9, we would have won the league last season when we had 8-point lead and we balled it, and we would have won this season when we needed to score the most. Because the biggest issue for Arsenal in games we drew or lost was the fact that we couldn't finish our chances. Many times chances fell to Eddie Nketiah, to Havertz, who actually isn't a notoriously well-known finisher, Jesus, even at Saka, Odegaard at times, and just imagine even if half of those chances just falls to a proper number 9 like Ivan Toney, Artem Dovbyk, who we're gonna talk about today, even Osimhen if you will, anyone who is a proper bagsman, whose main thing about him is to score goals. That one player is the whole margin pretty much Arsenal needed last season and the season before that to actually win the league. And that is pretty much a nice segue to get into talking about Victor Osimhen. As far as we know, according to whatever that is, Kiss Kiss Napoli, Radio Kiss Kiss Napoli, sounds hell of sus, not gonna lie. As far as we know, despite the monster offer from Saudi Pro League, Victor Osimhen does not want to go Saudi Arabia. Everyone knows that Arsenal don't value him at 120 million, which is understandable, to be honest. I wouldn't value him at that as well. Mostly because he had one great season. Most of the times he's injured or he misses great chances he should be scoring, and last season Napoli didn't finish even in Champions League spot. And the only reason is they want to sell him for release clauses is because the owner wants to get money in the club, Plus, he needs money to sign proper players, and that's how they tend to operate most of the time. And Arsenal value him at 75 million. It's already been said that Conte, who signed for Napoli, is looking at Lukaku as a replacement for Osimhen if it happens. Lukaku, by the way, at the moment, at this time as I'm recording, is playing against Slovakia. They're losing 1-0. Lukaku missed 2 great chances, so hey. But it is what it is. And it doesn't stop there. Ray Sport journalist Ciro Venerato. Arsenal will make an attempt to sign Victor Osimhen in the next few days. However, it will be a lower sum than his 130 million release clause. Arsenal probably will offer that, as it was reported, 70 to 80 million. Napoli will have to evaluate the pros and cons of the offer for Osimhen, who dreams of playing in the Premier League. The biggest thing about this is that owner of Napoli already has said he doesn't want to sell. He doesn't want to sell him despite release if it's not being paid release clauses. But let's be real. Nobody is gonna pay those release clauses, in my opinion. Yes, he might move to PSG. Yes, it might happen, but I don't think it will happen because of release clauses. There's bigger chance of him just finishing his contract, not extending it, and just going on free. And it still continues with the fact that Arsenal is expected again to make Victor Osimhen bid. Now, when it's gonna happen, nobody knows. Arsenal won't trigger 102 million release clauses. However, they're gonna put in an offer. Obviously, it's known that PSG and Saudi are in for him. He rejected Saudi. PSG have kind of pulled out at the moment, but it all remains to be seen. See, Osimhen, who Napoli signed from Lille for 63 million. Massive amount, I'm not gonna lie. In July 2020, he scored 17 goals in 32 appearances last season, which is not great for the main guy who you are putting up on top, leading out the line to win you games. Let's be real. And has 76 goals in 130 games in total for the Italian Giants. That's actually not that bad, if you will. But it's not 103 million worth. Let's just get that out of the way instantly. Obviously, he has issues with the Nigerian national coach, and there's some stuff about that. Obviously, people think he would be ideal. Personally, I don't think he's the guy for Arsenal at the same time. But if we sign him, I'm gonna support him and see what happens, because you can't judge book by its cover and how he has done previously, because it's a different environment, different tactics, different setups, and everything is completely different. And obviously, at the end of the day, we will have to wait for Osimhen to see what's gonna happen with him or not, whether Arsenal gonna actually put in a bid or it's just a speculation. But we move on to Xavi Simons, who we talked about yesterday as well. Arsenal and Manchester United are among the clubs who have asked about potential transfer deal. Obviously, a temporary move from PSG seems more likely, with basically, according to Code Offside, the Arsenal want to sign the player on loan. Whether it's gonna be a loan or not, nobody knows. Whether actually it's gonna happen or not, nobody knows. The one thing is that we know that basically the club where he's gonna go on loan to, which pretty much is kind of sure that he's gonna go most likely, is up to the player whether he wants to go there or not. Could this be another Odegaard situation where we loan him in and then after one season sign him? Who knows? But it's still, for me, the weird fact is that PSG don't try to put him in their own team, which is still kind of baffling me. And I'm starting to think that they just want to loan him out quite a bit, increase his value as much as possible, and then just sell him for a massive amount. They kind of have to do that. They kind of want to do that. That's how I feel about it. Let me know what you think. And let me know actually down in comments. Would you take Xavi Simons at Arsenal? For sure. Moving on to wingers. And it's again Nico Williams, of course. Arsenal could move for a new winger this summer over concerns about the amount of minutes Bukayo Saka played last season, according to reports. That's according to Ben Jacobs and all that stuff. And let's be real, it's not a big mystery. It's not a secret that Saka is overplayed. Yes, in the beginning of the season he might look better, but towards the mid part, especially after Boxing Day, he starts to slowly dwindle away. Let's be real, Saka had not great, but good GA this season. But the performances don't reflect that. Yes, on paper it looked great. GA and all that stuff was great cumulatively together. But performance-wise, it was a tough watch many times. He is one of the untouchables in Arsenal's team who doesn't get subbed off pretty much at all. Towards the end part of the season he got subbed more often, but overall, pretty much he didn't get subbed at all throughout the whole season. And that is one of the biggest things for me. Because last season we got very lucky in one specific department, and that is injuries. Because Partey got injured, and that pretty much was it for the main guy injuries. Because our main guys didn't get injured. Jesus, he was injured pretty much before that, so we kind of had to roll with Havertz or Nketiah or whoever was playing there. But Saka didn't get injured. Martinelli was out, but Trossard came like like a breath of fresh air and completely just did everything he could, and he did actually pretty good. Odegaard didn't get injured, Saliba didn't get injured, Gabriel didn't get injured, White didn't get injured. Basically, none of our main guys didn't get injured. But let's be real, you can ride your luck just so far. Sooner or later, something has to happen, and if we will not be prepared, we already can kiss the title goodbye and kiss even the chances at title goodbye. Because at the moment we are 3 days into the transfer window. We are, let's say it as it is, 1.5 gone since the season has ended, and we haven't seen any concrete stuff Arsenal has done in the window. Nothing going out and nothing coming in. Edu has had basically since January, let's be real, half a year to kind of make amends and makes himself and Arteta realize who's gonna go and where they're gonna go when they sell. Because I have 100% no doubt in my mind that after January window, when we didn't sell pretty much no one, it's gonna be sure that Reece Nelson's gonna go, and ESR most likely is gonna go. Lokonga, Tierney, Nuno Tavares, they will be, and Nketiah even, they will get sold. And we haven't heard a peep about it whatsoever. Yes, we heard some rumors that Crystal Palace want them, Fulham wants them, and times like that. If Crystal Palace wants Eddie Nketiah for 30 million, they're exploring option of Reece Nelson for about 15 million. They say that Arsenal wants 25, but let's just talk about this. If they explore Reece Nelson option as Olise replacement, and Arsenal are interested in Olise, Eze, who said himself he wants to play for Arsenal, for Gehi, been linked with him as well this transfer window. So why the frick you're not taking the player, add the cash, and go get the damn player? Because let's be real, it's a fake rumor. Crystal Palace don't want our players, because the drop off from Olise to Reece Nelson is legitimately like falling from top of Eiffel Tower straight to the ground. The gap is so massive, it would be the end of Crystal Palace pretty much. Yes, Glasner has done a great job, Edouard is playing amazing football, but Eze and Olise were one of the biggest parts to contributing to Edouard's goals and Mateta's goals. Mostly Mateta, I'm sorry, I misspoke about Edouard. And at the end of the day, if they two leave, what's Mateta gonna do then? He needs the service, so what they're gonna do? And that is the biggest thing. Whether it's gonna happen or not remains to be seen. Arsenal need the money. It generally feels like Arsenal don't have the money. It feels like we have about 70 million to spend. Arsenal don't know who they can afford. And Kroenkes have said, to get more money, first of all, you need to sell some players. You sign these bums who you are not playing now 2 years. You have to sell them now. Otherwise, you won't see money like you can't see your own ears. And that is basically, I generally feel why at the moment we are not seeing any movement whatsoever. Because there are numerous reports. Arsenal want to sign the first player by Euros, then by the end of June. We are 2 weeks away from the end of the June, and we haven't heard a squat about a player properly coming in. Artem Dovbyk, 3-0 loss to Romania today. Looked pretty awful, I'm not gonna lie. For Girona, he looked incredibly fantastic. That is the two sides you can say. The thing is, you cannot value a player by one game. If you didn't watch Girona, you have lost a lot. I'm not gonna lie, one of the best footballing teams in Europe, to be honest. For me, playstyle-wise, it was like Arsenal played one of the best, if not the best football last season when we were 8 points clear and then ball the league. Something similar they did this year, Girona did. Absolutely brilliant football. Dovbyk was just one of the main catalysts to what the Girona did this season. Last season, sorry. So, definitely. Will Arsenal meet the release clauses, 50 million euros? It's been rumored between 35 and 40 million pounds, I think it was. 50 million euros, about 45 million pounds. Similar like Jurien Timber, basically. Will they do it? Not sure. Would it be a massive steal for Arsenal? Definitely, because Dovbyk actually is a very, very good player. Yes, the game for Ukraine today didn't show it whatsoever, but at the end of the day, definitely believe that there is massive, massive amount of potential in this player. I think we could do things properly. The question is, will he be willing to press like Arteta wants to? Because half the time our striker is spending at the DM position at number 6, so it will be very interesting. But yeah, Dovbyk release clauses, I'm not sure whether there will be concrete evidence on that. Will Arsenal trigger that or not? Because I still strongly believe that Ivan Toney should be the guy we sign. But hey ho, it is what it is, I'm not Mikel Arteta. So it will be interesting to see what's gonna happen with Dovbyk, because recently for the last 4 days, this rumor about Dovbyk has literally picked up the pace quite rapidly. And the last one for today, and if this happens, I am gonna fly to London, gonna fly to Emirates and start processing. Arsenal eyeing a shock move for Liverpool flop. Mikel Arteta really likes him. If Arsenal are targeting Arthur, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because he came to Liverpool, instantly got injured, pretty much didn't play at all. He played at Juventus, was absolutely garbage. What makes you think he won't get injured once again? What makes you think he won't be crap for Arsenal? Yeah, different playstyle, not Gegen, mayhem press like Klopp does. So what? Doesn't mean he can't get injured. Let's be real. And he has flopped at Juventus, he has flopped at Liverpool, two massive clubs. What makes you think he will succeed at our club? It's genuinely, Arsenal are genuinely treating our club like, I don't know, like a shelter for homeless. Well, not homeless, but animal shelter, basically, in a way. Oh, you are out of family, you're not looking good. Come to us, we'll freshen you up and make you look good. Hey, and that's what happened with David Luiz, Petr Cech. Then we talk about Mkhitaryan, then we have Kai Havertz, and you Cedric, Pablo Mari, and you can count them endlessly, and now Arthur Melo is the latest one. I beg to any footballing thing that is possibly available in the world that this doesn't happen. Because if this happens, our club is finished. Finished, freaking finished. No. Anyhow, those are transfer rumors and my opinions from me for you today. Let me know down in comments what you think, especially about that Arthur Melo one, the last one. That really excited to see what you think. Let me know that down in comments below. Take care, stay safe, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. See you all tomorrow. Peace.